I want to get at your theory of the electorate, because you see the electorate in one way, and Donald Trump, who is at the top of the polls right now and is leading your party, the Wall Street Journal, for example, says that he is not appealing. You said that Donald Trump was tapping into something. What the Wall Street Journal editorial page said essentially is that he's tapping into people's worst instincts. What's your view of the electorate? I mean, do you agree with that?
Well, I think the electorate is fed up and frustrated. I think they think government doesn't work. I just ran into a lady yesterday. Somebody walked into the office where she was working and said, "You're out of work." And in fact, she was asked to train somebody who lived, as they outsourced her job. She didn't even know it. Now she doesn't have a job. And this is very frustrating. People that have their children who went to college and ring up big, massive debt, and they can't find work. But I think the spirit of the American people is to acknowledge the challenges that we have, John. But I don't think people want to lie in a state of pessimism. I think they want to know what are the solutions for fixing and meeting these challenges. And that's what I've always tried to do in my career. I just don't stay on the negative side of things. I want to move to the positive. And I just even remember back when Clinton was raising taxes and I had an alternative to that. And a lot of Republicans didn't want me to put forward the ideas that the Republicans were for. And we did it. We were successful. We won the majority. And then we went on to balance the budget. Positive and innovative ideas are the energy that moves not just our country, but the world.
Let me ask you about taxes, actually, on that question. So you balanced the budget the last time it was balanced in Washington. You say you want to bring folks together. In the last campaign, all the Republican candidates were asked a question. And they were asked, would you accept $1 in tax increases for $10 in spending reductions? And not a single Republican said they would take that deal. Democrats say they want some kind of tax increases. Would you take that deal?
John, I wouldn't at this point because, when we were in our fighting with the Clinton administration, actually went through a government shutdown, we cut taxes, which allowed the economy to grow. So how do you balance a budget with economic growth and reforming and innovating government? The idea that and look, there are a lot of great Americans who say, look, if you raise my taxes and use it to pay down the debt, I'd all be for that. What they have to understand, and I've had the experience, 18 years in Congress, 4.5 years as the governor of Ohio. What we learn is that, no, if the government takes more, they'll spend it. Right now, even out here in Ohio, I have to always guard against the idea that we've got money to spend. When I left Washington, we had a $5 trillion surplus after I spent 10 years of my life to balance the budget, and it was all blown. So the idea that we're going to start talking about raising taxes, no. You need to reform and shrink government. That's what you need to do and create economic growth, which is exactly what we've done in Ohio. I've had the largest amount of tax cuts of any sitting governor in this country, and we've gone from $8 billion in the hole to $2 billion in the black, the growth of 350,000 jobs, stronger credit. So why would I change the formula, John? Doesn't make any sense.
Well, you might change it to get the agreement of Democrats you would have to work with. But let me ask you a question on immigration.
Well, but not all Democrats now would say that our answer is taxes. What Democrats would say is respect. A lot of the social programs, we don't have to get rid of them. We need to innovate them and reform them. I mean, there's lots of grounds on which to agree with some members of the Democratic Party. You're not going to get them all, but you're going to get some. That's what Reagan did when he was elected president. He worked with Phil Gramm and got some Democrats. I do the same thing. I know how to do it. I've done it before.